Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to my life. Today, I am out in the countryside near Lake Isabella in somewhere in central California. I don't know exactly. It's been about a year since I've been back to America. This is my summer holiday. I work as a public school teacher in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. And one of the things that you will get on your contract if you work as a public school teacher in Taiwan is you will get a free ticket to Taiwan and back to your home country, up to a limit within a budget. So I think every city and a lot of schools are different. When I worked in Taoyuan, the budget was up to 40,000 NTD one way. That is over 1,000 US. So I was able to so that's over 1,000 US just one way. So, over $2,000 for both the to Taiwan and back to your home country. So I was able to fly premium economy. Another stipulation in that flight clause in the contract is that you have to fly economy. However, premium economy is still economy. So keep that in mind when you are buying your tickets. But the school that I work at now is 25,000 NTD as the limit one way, which is almost $1,000, but it's not quite, and it wasn't enough to fly premium economy. Plus, I don't know if you guys have been checking flight prices, but the flights have become much more expensive in recent years. I don't know if that has to do with inflation or COVID, because a lot of people, didn't fly and now they are exploring and traveling, so there's a greater demand. But in any case, I actually will end up losing probably about $50 on my flight, which isn't bad. $50 for a flight back to America and then back on over to Taiwan. So yeah, so keep that in mind. And I've seen other schools advertise only 20,000 NTD. So from what I've seen in the contract, the budgets that they will, the flight reimbursement that they will give you can be anywhere from 20,000 to 40,000, and perhaps some schools give more or even less. However, do remember to keep your boarding pass. It will even if I lost my boarding pass, I didn't think that I would need to keep it. And there was a process of contacting the airlines to get a duplicate boarding pass. But keep your boarding pass because with your public school contract in Taiwan, there are a lot of bonuses, like the flight reimbursement, like the housing allowance, but everything needs to be documented. And, different schools have perhaps stricter or less strict accounting departments, but make sure that you always have the receipt of when you pay your rent. I didn't have to have that in Taoyuan. I do have to have that in Kaohsiung. But keep your boarding pass. That was something important in both schools. Okay, so I do not have my big camera. I do not have my bigger desk laptop, so I'm not going to be able to do many detailed editing work on the videos that I make here in America. I am here until July 19th, and then I will fly back to Taiwan to teach summer school. So what I'm saying is I'm only going to be using my phone and just a kind of a lightweight laptop to edit these videos. So I cannot include lots of photos and cutscenes. Not that I usually do that, but there's a subscriber on my channel, Sir Paddles Worthy, who keeps asking me for photos of my girlfriend, and I appreciate that because I do like to show off that I've got a beautiful girlfriend. However, I can't splice the photos in. So what I will say is go onto my channel page, just the home page, and you will see a link to my Instagram. Go onto my Instagram, and you will see the last couple posts. I have some photos of her. And then in a future video, assuming that me and my girlfriend stay together, which I think is very likely, I will try to do a video about our relationship, because I do think that whenever you travel to another country and whenever you live in another country, of course you want to talk about work, you want to talk about food, you want to talk about housing, you want to talk about tourist spots and culture and religion and politics and all of that. for me, the most interesting thing is dating, love, romance. I don't think we're on this earth except for that. I mean, that's the most important part. Of course, there's other things as well, but romance is the best. And I have not really done a dating video, so that perhaps that will be something I seek to make in the near future. What other videos might I be interested in making? There have been requests of some on the channel. A lot of people have talked about what is the situation like in Taiwan. Do you feel safe? Do you feel like an invasion by China is imminent? How do the local people feel about this? Because in America, perhaps in a lot of other countries, a lot of people are under the impression that Taiwan is not the safest country to visit or live in right now because of the political conflict between mainland China and the island of Taiwan. So I am definitely not an expert, but having lived in Taiwan for the past 2 years and talking to locals, including a local in the military, as well as an American Green Beret who was over there, I will go ahead and share my opinion and what I've heard in another video coming soon. So yeah, so I'd like to talk about the tension between China and Taiwan. I would like to talk about any other topics that you guys are interested in. So if you have any requests, put it down in the comments and I will try to satisfy that request. I will say this, that teaching in Taiwan, living in Taiwan is actually a very nice thing to do. It's been a wonderful experience, and that's one of the reasons I came back for a second year, finished that second year, and I will be going back for a third year because I really do like the lifestyle. But that said, there is always a yin to the yang. There is always a black to the white, and nothing is perfect. So coming back to America, over the past, I've been here about a week. Coming back to America, I enjoy our supermarkets a lot more. Our supermarkets are so much larger. They're filled with all sorts of foods that I can't get in Taiwan, like sourdough bread and special cheeses and big cuts of meat and IPAs. And so, you know, you give that up when you go to live in a country that doesn't have the same availability and accessibility to the foods that you love. American houses. Like, I am on my mom's property. This is in northern or central California near Lake Isabella. She's got 2.5 acres. Dogs can run around, you know, a big kitchen, you know, a large house. It's not near tons of other houses and apartments, so it's very quiet peace. When you move to an Asian country, where a lot of Asian, especially if you're in the city, it's densely populated. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of chaos. So you do give up that peace. You do give up that space. However, on the flip side, you walk outside your apartment, there's a good chance there's a 7-Eleven or a Starbucks or some other interesting or useful place or a Subway really close to you. Like I said, there's always a yin to a yang. America, the American lifestyle, at least here in California, you know, swimming pools and, you know, nature. I go on trails here. There's not that many people. When I go to Monkey Mountain in Kaohsiung, there's a lot of people. But there's also monkeys. So, you know, yin and yang, yin and yang. But another big thing that I think all expats do suffer from, not all expats suffer from, you know, we all deal with it, but it's something that will happen to you when you do move to a country where the culture is different and the language is different. You will feel it's a little more difficult to connect with the local people because of the cultural difference, you know, and appearance difference, and then the language. Whereas coming back to California, it's just amazing how easy it is to engage with my neighbors in conversation, how easy it is to talk to people, to the clerk at the grocery store, how you know, because I'm using my language and this is the culture, this is where I grew up. But Taiwanese are friendly And I do have wonderful engagements with the ladies in 7-Eleven and the grocery clerks in Taiwan. It's just a different thing, you know, it's a different style. It's like teaching in America, you know, with all of the challenges that you might face with behavioral problems and everything like that. It might be a little easier than teaching in Taiwan. Teaching in Taiwan is great because the students, you know, they're not doing drugs and crazy stuff usually. But their senses of humor, the language, whether or not they can understand you is different. So there's different challenges. So I'm not saying that living in Taiwan is better than living in America. Just for me right now, it's a lot more interesting. Plus, my girlfriend lives there, and I'm pretty hot on her, and so I got to go back. And so anyways, that's just what's up with me. I've been doing camping with my friends, drinking with them, lots of runs, went back to my old jiu-jitsu gym where I got to teach a class, doing some reading, dealing with a lot of dogs. My younger brother's a dog breeder up here. If anyone needs a Labrador in California, write down in the comments and I will put you in connection with my younger brother who needs to sell some puppies in the near future. Okay, it's a different lifestyle here. I'm gonna enjoy it while I'm here, then I'm heading back. But before I do head back, I will make at least a couple more videos. Thank you guys for watching. Put your questions down below. Give me a big thumbs up. My name is Ryan Freeman. Bye-bye.